Hi guys, and welcome back to US Citizenship Help Guide. We have another video that will show you how important it is to check what's missing on your N-400 application before going to your naturalization interview. This citizenship interview video is based on an applicant's actual experience. We hope that this will help and guide you in a way to better prepare when it's time for your scheduled USCIS naturalization interview. Please try to watch until the end of the video. Thanks so much for the continued support, guys. Kindly hit the subscribe button, share, like, and comment. You can also ask us any questions. Let's start to watch it.
Hello, sir. How can I assist you today?
Good morning, officer. I'm here for my U.S. citizenship interview.
To get started, may I please see your ID along with your USCIS appointment letter?
Here they are.
Thank you. Once you've gathered your items, kindly place them in the bin provided and onto the conveyor belt. After that, simply walk through the metal detector. Once you've passed through the metal detector, please retrieve your belongings.
Can you help me where the naturalization interview is?
To reach the customer service area, just take the elevator up to the 3rd floor. Once there, a friendly staff member will be ready to assist you.
Thank you for your services.
You're welcome.
Hello. Good morning.
How can I assist you today?
I'm here for my naturalization interview.
Could you please provide me with your appointment letter and state ID?
Yes, of course.
Next, I'll need to take your picture and fingerprints. Please look directly into the camera. Now, could you place your left index finger on the scanner?
Sure.
Great, and now the same with your right index finger. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Here's your number. Please keep it handy, as we'll call you when it's time for your interview.
Yes, I'll take note of that. Thank you.
Feel free to make yourself comfortable in the waiting area. If you need anything else, just let me know. No worries at all.
P9 for Nanyu Lin. P9 for applicant Nanyu Lin. Good morning. I'm Immigration Officer Jane Anderson, and I'll be administering your citizenship interview.
Hello. Good morning.
So, how was the traffic today?
The traffic was not so bad, officer.
Are you ready for your naturalization interview and exam?
I think I am.
That's great. Please follow me to my office. Come inside, please, and remain standing. Put your things next to the chair, please. Before we start, I need to put you under oath. Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the information you provide today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Thank you. Please sit down.
You're welcome.
Can you confirm your full name and date of birth for the record?
Sure. My name is Nanyu Lin, and I was born on December 4th, 1990.
Thank you, Mr. Lin. Let's begin by reviewing your N-400 application. I see that you filled it out and submitted it 6 months ago. Are there any changes to your personal details or anything else in the application since you submitted it?
No, there are no changes.
I notice here a few sections that need clarification. For instance, in the part about your trips outside the United States, you mentioned several trips but didn't specify the exact dates. Could you clarify that?
Yes, I apologize for the oversight. I traveled to Singapore quite frequently because of my job, so the exact dates slipped my mind when I was filling out the form.
I understand, but it's important for us to have a complete record of your travels. You must provide USCIS those international travel dates after this interview.
Absolutely, I can do that.
Great. Now, moving on to your employment history. There's a 2-year gap where you haven't listed any employment or other activity. Could you explain that period?
Yes, during that time, I went back to school full-time for my master's degree, and I wasn't working or traveling outside the United States.
I see. It's important to include all such information in your application. Could you provide documentation proving your enrollment in the educational institution?
Of course, I can submit my transcripts and enrollment records.
Excellent. Also, there's a section here about affiliations. You listed a non-profit organization, but did not describe the nature of the organization or your role in it.
Oh, that's a community charity where I volunteer on weekends. We organize local cleanups and support homeless shelters. I can provide more details and documentation if needed.
Yes, please. Documentation and a more detailed description would be helpful. Now, do you have any questions about the application process or any other concerns?
Yes, I do. Okay, officer. Does an applicant need to spend money to study and prepare so that he can pass the U.S. citizenship interview and test?
No, you don't need to spend money to pass the U.S. citizenship test and interview, but you do need to pay an application fee.
I'm glad that I'm now sure about that, officer.
I need to see your permanent resident card, passport, your driver's license or state-issued ID.
Sure, officer, here they are.
Thank you. So how did you prepare and study for today's test?
You're welcome. I reviewed my N-400 and the 100 U.S. Citizenship Civics test.
I think that's fine. Let's review and check your N-400 application form to make sure that all the information is correct. What made you eligible to become an American citizen?
I've been working in the United States and have been a permanent resident for more than 6 years now.
How did you receive your green card?
It was based on a family petition.
Okay, so it's from a family-based petition. So when did you become a lawful permanent resident?
on February 10th, 2019.
What makes you want to become a citizen of the United States?
I want to vote and open my own business here one day.
That's a good answer. Let's start the U.S. citizenship, history, and government test questions. So you will take the 2008 old version of the civics test. I'll ask you up to 10 U.S. citizenship, civics test questions in random order. Just answer 6 out of 10 questions correctly to pass the civics test. Okay, here's your first question. Who did the United States fight in World War II?
Japan, Germany, and Italy.
That's correct. Name one of the 2 longest rivers in the United States.
Mississippi River.
That's correct. What is freedom of religion?
You can practice any religion or not practice a religion.
That's right. How many U.S. senators are there?
100.
That's correct. Name one right, only for United States citizens.
Vote in a federal election.
That's correct. What is one reason colonists came to America?
Freedom.
Very good. You got 6 straight answers correct for the civics questions. You passed the civics exam. Congratulations. We shall proceed with the English reading and writing test then. So, there's a digital tablet in front of you, and we're going to start the English reading and writing portions for your naturalization interview. Okay, read the sentence on the screen, please.
What is the capital of the United States?
That's correct. Please listen carefully to this sentence that I'll say and write it down on the tablet. Washington, D.C. is the capital of the United States. I'll repeat it. Please listen very well. Washington, D.C. is the capital of the United States. That's great. You passed the English reading and writing test portion, too. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. It's time to review your N-400 application form to make sure all the information that you filled in is correct. Do you have any nicknames or other names that you use?
Yes. I'm also known as Nan.
I see. Would you like me to legally change your name today? It is free to change it if you want.
No, officer, thank you.
Do you want the Social Security Administration to issue you an original or replacement Social Security card and update your immigration status if and when you are naturalized?
Yes, officer.
Can you tell me your Social Security number?
520-46-7268.
So may I know the country you were born in?
China.
Are you a Chinese citizen?
Yes, officer.
Was one of your parents, including adoptive parents, a U.S. citizen before your 18th birthday?
No, officer.
Let's go to your biographic information. What's your race and ethnicity?
Asian Chinese.
What's your height in feet and inches?
5 feet and 7 inches.
What's your weight in pounds?
270 pounds.
What's your eye color?
Dark brown.
What's your hair color?
Dark brown.
What's your phone number in case USCIS will contact you?
255-621-3852.
What's your email address?
nanyo@gmail.com.
What's your current mailing address?
525 Apartment 50, San Francisco, California, 52706.
How long have you been living there?
I have been living at this address since 2017.
You never had any previous address?
My previous address was in Concord, California, when I was still living with my parents.
Are you currently employed?
Yes, officer. I'm an online programmer.
What do you do in your current job?
It's more about developing software and apps from a remote location.
You must be a busy person then. And how long have you been working there?
I've been working as an online programmer for about 3 years now. At the same time, I am also a student.
Have you taken any trips outside the United States in the last 5 years?
Yes, I have taken 22 trips.
So what countries did you visit?
China and Singapore.
And how many days did you spend outside of the United States in the last 5 years?
It was 170 days.
Have you taken any trips longer than 6 months outside the United States?
No, officer.
What was the purpose of your trips in Singapore?
I have a girlfriend in Singapore whom I visit each year.
What's the name of your girlfriend?
Jennifer Wong.
Is this the photo of your girlfriend in Singapore?
Yes, officer. I think so.
Let's proceed with your N-400 application. Your current marital status, please.
I'm single.
Do you have any children?
No, officer.
Have you ever claimed to be a U.S. citizen?
No, officer.
Have you ever registered to vote in any federal, state, or local election in the United States?
No, officer.
Did you ever have a hereditary title or an order of nobility in any foreign country?
No, I did not.
Have you ever been declared legally incompetent or been confined to a mental institution?
No, never.
Do you owe any overdue federal, state, or local taxes?
No.
Did you bring the last 5 years of your tax transcripts?
Yes, I do.
Can I see them?
Yes, here, officer.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Have you called yourself a non-U.S. resident on a federal, state, or local tax return since you became a lawful permanent resident?
No, I have not.
Have you ever advocated the overthrow of any government by force or violence?
No, never.
Have you ever been a member of or in any way associated with the Communist Party or terrorist organization?
No, I did not.
Did you ever force someone to have any kind of sexual contact or relations?
No, never.
Have you ever sold, provided, or transported weapons, or assisted any person in selling, providing, or transporting weapons, which you knew would be used against another person?
No, never.
Have you ever been a prostitute or procured anyone for prostitution?
No, I have not.
Have you ever been arrested, cited, detained, or confined by any law enforcement officer?
No, I have not.
Have you ever been placed in removal, rescission, or deportation proceedings?
No, never.
Have you ever helped anyone to enter or try to enter the United States illegally?
No, never.
Do you support the Constitution and form of government of the United States?
Yes, I do.
Do you understand the full oath of allegiance to the United States?
Yes, I do.
Are you willing to take the full oath of allegiance to the United States?
Yes, I am.
So, if the law requires it, are you willing to perform non-combatant services in the U.S. Armed Forces?
Yes, I am.
Are you willing to perform work of national importance under civilian direction?
Yes, I am.
And are you willing to bear arms on behalf of the United States?
Yes, I do.
Please take a look at your naturalization application on the digital tablet. Make sure that everything is accurate and up to date before signing your name on it.
I think all of the information is accurate and up to date.
If your application is approved, the oath ceremony usually takes place within a few weeks. You will receive a notice by mail with the date, time, and location of your ceremony.
Thank you, officer.
You're welcome. If there are no more questions, that concludes our interview.
I was wondering about the oath ceremony. How soon after the interview is the ceremony typically scheduled?
We will review the additional documents that you will send and then proceed with the next steps in your application. You should hear from us within 30 days about the status. You can also use the Case Status Online tool to check for updates about your immigration case. Please know that you are not a U.S. citizen until you take the oath of allegiance at a naturalization ceremony.
Thank you for clarifying that, Officer Anderson. Thank you so much.
Here is the Notice of Examination Results, Form N-652, for your naturalization interview and tests. Let me guide you back to the waiting area.